Boom. There we go. Good morning, people. Great American morning to all of you out there. Go ahead and light this up for the new show, or for the restart of the show. I'm going with our cigars because I can do that. I'm allowed. And it's going to be the California Dreamin' Volume 2. Hopefully Volume 3 coming at you guys at the end of summer. I can say that because it's something that we work on. So I can give all the details I want away if I want. It's going to be a pure stem cigar. No, I'm just kidding. That's not even a little true. There we go. By the way, I don't know if that intro is going to stay or not. If you saw it, if you were here in time, it's just a little something I threw together. See if I could make something nice for it. Cam, good to see you too, brother. Good to see you right now. Great American morning to you. Great American morning to all out there doing whatever it is you might be doing. Richard, how you doing? I saw your message. I haven't got a chance to read it though. I think it said something about the Texican in the rooms, right? A little tobacco on the lip, but I will get to you as soon as I can. I just woke up a little late, and I want to get on here as soon as I could, and now I'm on here, and I'm happy to be here. Boom. Water, very much needed water this morning. Not even coffee, which is crazy. I don't understand it, not one bit. But yes, this is the time. This will be the place. This will be the season. That's from a song, but you get what I'm saying, guys. This is where we're gonna start back up again today. Hopefully, a straight Monday through Friday from now on. Check down the rooms, and I got a waitlist number. Didn't get the number. Okay, good. So now, for those who don't understand, there's a little insider into what we're doing. The Texican for Texas Frightmare. If you guys want to go check it out, you still have time. There's still availability to get out there. So go check it out. The Texican is part of the deals, or at least one of the very closest hotels for Texas Frightmare weekend at the Irvine Convention Center. My gosh, I could say words. The Irvine Convention Center in May, I believe it's the 17th to the 19th, because I'll get done the 16th to the 20th. So those are the right dates, yes. Ben, Juno, Donnie, thank you guys for joining us. But we've been trying to get a room at this place for a while, and before it's a wait list with no number, now it's a wait list with a number. So that's progress-ish. I don't know, because myself and Richard there both had rooms. I believe Frankie even had a room at one point as well, and all of them were canceled. So to start my list of grievances in that way, what do you guys think? Would you even continue trying? Because I know I love that hotel. I love the spot. It's perfect for our event that we do. It's a little cigar gathering that Saturday night amidst an amazing event called Texas Frightmare Weekend. So I don't know. I just feel like we need to keep trying. That's all we can do. There's other hotels still. It's not like we'll be completely homeless. We can crash on the floor of somebody if need be. But I don't know. I'm starting to feel that fatigue of, can you just help us out already? Or are you going to keep stringing us along like this? Either figure it out as we go. Since we haven't done the morning show in quite some time, I believe since before summer, or I think summer was the most recent. So yeah, 50% in the courtyard. That was my next plan, was just to set up a homeless encampment and get as many people together as we can to do that. But I might get vetoed. Not sure yet. But boom, California Dreamin' Volume 2. This is our natural wrapper over a Dominican binder, Dominican, Nicaraguan, and U.S. broadleaf fillers. Absolutely phenomenal stick all around. And it is great because it is a limited edition in another sense that, how do I put this? If you want it, you can get it, but you got to get it right meow. It's not going to be available later. We right meow. All right. Andrano, thank you for joining us, brother. Good to see you. Ooh, that's good stuff. Very good stuff. Absolutely love this cigar. It's not just because we make it, which would be, I think, already a good thing, but is what it is. Now I'm getting more messages. Let's see. Frankie says we're on it. Damn it. Okay, no, I'm not reading that right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting very sidetracked because I'm excited for the prospects of May going from great to even better somehow. Are there any events like that you guys go to? Doesn't have to be cigar related. Obviously, this one slightly is because we do smoke a lot of cigars. We drink, we have a great time with great people, and that's technically a cigar event. Any cigar event you go, you should smoke cigars, drink a little bit if you like to. Not exactly a caveat, but it is a fun time. He means you're on the wait list. Okay, good. He got us on there. Okay, great. One of us has to get it. Like, we get one room, we'll just put 20 people in it. It's not the end of the world, I guess. And then 3 for cigar events, you're having a good time, okay? Those are the only stipulations. The rest is either added bonus or something unique, and maybe it's not your thing, but hell, at least you tried. For instance, here in California, at least, we got to get a little more creative because our bench of available manufacturers that can come visit, brand owners, reps obviously come through when they can because they're good people and we have great reps out here, but to bring out their bosses and their bosses is not always a possibility. So we got to just settle with what we get. All right. It just is what it is. Having said that, we've been doing a lot of different types of events lately. I believe Zuzu over at Z Cigar Place does a ladies' night, and they did what do you call it? Valentine's Day, date night kind of thing. Really great idea. I think Mosfinos does a movie night, or at least they did. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. Biblioteca from Anna, beautiful, gorgeous lady. We'll be married one day, probably. Don't worry about it. They had a stand-up night. I think they're still doing that. She also brings in companies to do tastings, which the tastings is, I've seen that, but it's a great idea. The stand-up, I have not seen that in California. I think that's absolutely fantastic idea. There we go. Woo, that's good stuff. My goodness, our buddy Dino probably goes the most all out. He gets strippers, but then again, he has a strip club with a lounge in it. So that is, I think that's cheating, but at the same time, good on him because genius. I don't know a more adult, gentlemanly combination than a place where kids absolutely cannot go to, and everyone's there to be a mature adult, hopefully, quote unquote. But what I'm pointing out here is that events for cigars needs to step out of those boxes of just nibble on food, listen to some jazz music, smoke cigars. We absolutely can step up that game and do some incredible things. Let's real quick. Perfect Blend in Fresno. If you have never been, if you guys even know what Fresno is at, don't worry about it, but it's there for you if you want to. They do a golf tournament every year. I think that's going on for 15 plus now. Yeah, quite a while. It's nothing to snicker at. And I'm going to do a little bit of sharing because I have not yet. And I got to touch up this a little bit. Just a little bit of on one side. But luckily, this soft flame becomes a jet. Oh, we got to hold the button down, though, or else it doesn't really do its job. Big thanks to Sohm Cigars for this amazing lighter, by the way. Vlad, such a great dude. Let's see this one right here. A guy yesterday saw me with a cigar and gave me one he had. It was straight from the farm in Nicaragua. Who was from there and got it from his friend. Nice. See, that's awesome. That's incredible. Lorenzo, how you doing, brother? We're actually just talking Frightmare stuff a second ago, by the way. So you might want to hop in this conversation as well. Bro, where did you end up getting to where you can rest your probably weary head after the hours and hours of us just being awake? Because I know we talk in rooms and talk at events and whatnot, but back to the in particular event that started this conversation, Frightmare, the room is important, yes, but it's kind of just a side note since we're in there for about 30, 40 minutes a night to sleep, that half an hour sleep, 10 minutes to jump in a cold shower and re-wake up. and get back to it. That is not unlike how we go to PCA or TPE. And next year is going to be probably one of the more hectic and daunting years as far as the gentlemen are concerned, because our traveling schedule has never been that heavy. Let's be honest. We go to Vegas twice, Texas, maybe Florida, done. Before that, it was Vegas twice, Texas, done. And now it's going to be Vegas, Texas, oh my goodness, New Orleans, Florida, and then hopefully over to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest, uh, because I would love to go check it out. I've been trying to. Are you going to any Frightmare parties? Friday night werewolf party and Saturday night karaoke. Karaoke, hopefully, because to this day, and we've been going for quite a while now. If I could go back on the way back time machine, I think how long has it been? How long have we been going to Frightmare? At least a few years before the pandemic, and that's now removed a couple of years itself. I want to say we're not quite at that 10-year mark. We're more like 7 or 8. I think 8 years now, something like that. It can't be longer than 8. I'll have to look on my pictures and find those, because that's gonna bug me now. I've never been to New Orleans, Richard. Then they're finally doing PCA over there. For those who don't know, PCA has moved to New Orleans for the next 2 years. Discussing this a lot last night with James from Sinistro. If you guys want to check out that video, you can see it on X, Rumble, YouTube, or Facebook, the replay. And we go into a lot of conversations about the Desflorado, PCA this year, how well it went, some of the things that we weren't happy with, but how much that was outweighed by what was great about it. Again, PCA for 2024 was absolutely phenomenal. They did a great job. And now it is that little bit of a, I wouldn't say worried feel, but a little bit of keeping that eyebrow raised, a little keeping an eye on that, of what it's going to be like in New Orleans, especially for us West Coast people. Because a lot of the retailers, the reason why the manufacturers go is because the retailers put in their orders then. That's obviously what it's been. Okay, it's a trade show. It's to make money. It's not to talk to us. That's secondary. It's not to reveal something unless it is to the retailers, the people who are going to get it to the consumers. It's a very simple formula, you know. You come out there, you put on a good face, people buy cigars. But if they're not going to show up and you're already near them, you know, on a regular basis, there's no point in going all the way to another state, in another venue, in another area for something you could have done again back in Vegas. So the reasons, obviously, there's plenty of reasons that they moved, of which I don't know. I get why they would want to, as far as because of TPE's slight encroachment into the cigar industry, because they have been stepping up the cigar game. And that is the Tobacco Plus Expo, which will be in Vegas as well. And that is in January. And now, that being in January, you'll look February, March, then April. So just 2.5, maybe 3 months total away, you have PCA in New Orleans. So it's going to be an East Coast, West Coast kind of vibe. Although if they would have pushed it 2 more months away, I think that would have been helpful for companies to have stuff to release at both. But they're not really caring about that, you know. This is actually more of the trade show kind of feel, or the traveling show. The traveling show, for those who don't remember, during the lockdown, PCA did not happen. But Alec Bradley, Rocky Patel, and a couple other companies got together and were like, well, we're doing something. It'll be limited, private event, and we will push the cigars. We'll keep the industry doing what it does, but in different spots. And they took the show on the road. It was great. We got to go check it out down south when it made its way into California. One of the first, or few times, I won't say the first time, one of the few times, I think a large scale event was like put on like that for us. And it was just a one day, but it was still very nice. It was good to see everybody. Still got some good information. But again, it would be nice to see more cigar stuff in California. But then again, I don't think we could smoke on the floor when we did that. That is one of those, oh man, those big issues where I want to I want to see stuff in California, but I can't fault anyone for not wanting to put that effort into doing it because of the ridiculous rules. The New Orleans, oh my gosh, I just saw the dates too. I can look that up. Actually, I will bring that up on not on screen, but I will bring it up. ECA New Orleans, because it's there for 2 years, and they released two sets of dates. Yeah, 2025 is the 11th to the 14th of April. That is not. No, there we go. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I was about to get those confused. 2026 is the 17th to the 20th of April. 2025, yes, is the 11th to the 14th of April. So if you are interested in stopping out over there, Richard, I probably could get you sneaky in real quick, bro. We could show you the floor, like Aladdin showing Jasmine. All right, I'm gonna put you on a magic carpet ride, sir, but it's not gonna fly because I don't know how to make that happen. The technology just isn't there. Disney lies sometimes. Disney doesn't always tell the truth, and that's one of those moments. Sorry, I'm sorry. So having said that, though, yes, the New Orleans show will be the 11th. Oh my gosh, what do you call it? The 11th to the 14th, and that is even shortening it still. The same way that we had 5. We used to have 5 days here. Now we have 3, and they've done the same, and that's the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Those 4 days. Don't worry about the 11th. The 11th, if it's like this year, it's going to be what's we're looking for, panels, which are fun, but it is not. I would think it's not why the manufacturers are there really to put on panels. I don't think the stores, the owners, the retailers are there to go to panels. I don't think it's so much. Well, no, I gotta let's back up a little bit because some of them are based on new legislation, new sales techniques, marketing techniques. With some of the big companies, for instance, Garofalo from Cigar Authority and Two Guys Smoke Shop. One of the best salesmen in the business, one of the best retail owners. I would say you could throw him into any industry and he would do well. I think he just does extremely well because he loves cigars as well and the people in it. So he's made his mark in this industry, and God bless him for that. And thank you. It's a big thank you to him across the board because guys like him or Abe or the guys over at Luxury or a number of other lounge owners, I'm not saying that everyone copies what they do, but they lay down some pretty beautiful blueprints to have an idea of what you're doing right off the bat. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard industry to make money in. It's hard to own a brick and mortar of any kind these days. I mean, look at 99-cent stores closing down. If the 99-cent store is going to go under, I think, over 300 stores or some ridiculous amount of numbers like that, the entire 99-cent store is going to close, all of them. So whatever number that is, that's a lot. It's a lot of employees. It has products that everybody needs, not like cigars. You don't need cigars, although I don't know, I might at this point. But the point I'm making is if a necessity and convenient and value price store like that can close, anybody can. And obviously there's also the version of the big box store versus the boutique experience, which is exactly what we've been talking about for quite a while. I think what is it? Oh my gosh, who the heck owns Cigar International? There we go. Cigar International has their kind of bigger stores that they do, but I really do feel like people prefer that feeling of Cigars and More here in Bakersfield, or like I talked about earlier, Perfect Blend in Fresno, even Ambassadors in Arizona, or Tap and Ash in Vegas, or any of the lounges on Ybor City on Cigar Alley. It is that personalized experience, whether it is more upscale, like over at Varton's place, whether it is layback and like 10 chairs tops at Cigars and More, or even Highland Cigars in Arizona too, where it's basically an online store that put a little lounge in for its people who happen just so happen to be in their area so they can hang out during the day. Like I was sitting on a not even a lawn chair. Oh my gosh, a couch, a car couch, the van couches you take in and out, and just hanging out with some good people. It was still fun, still a very worthy experience, and a great place to smoke. Yeah, Richard, might have to pull it off, brother. I'll keep you posted on the dates just in case. But from my understanding right now, the 11th to the 14th of next year, New Orleans. Unfortunately, it was not a casting couch. I did not make any money. Although anytime I've been on a casting couch before, I did not make money either. They just told me like, "Oh yeah, you do these, and then we'll get you in the industry." And I was like, "Oh, of course, I want to be. Let's do this." And then they never called me back, and I haven't seen those videos since. But from what I'm told, some people have seen them on the internet, where I go wild and whatnot. But yeah, we'll just leave that for another day. No, none of that. None of what I just said. Now let's get into this a little bit. For those I missed, Amber, Daniel, oh my goodness, Savish, thank you guys so much for joining. I apologize. We were supposed to have Mel on this morning, but I believe she is still under the weather. She's probably still asleep right now, even though it's a little later in the day for her than it is me. I chose this time because I can make this time work on a regular weekly basis, on the weekday basis, excuse me. Any later, and I would run into being late for work. Any earlier, and I would be terribly grumpy, and I'm not going to have that happen to you guys. For those just joining, I am smoking again the California Dreamin' Volume 2. Let's turn that band. There we go. Come on, give me some shade there. But bam. This is definitely made for the lighter smoker for that morning. This is a good morning cigar, I would say. But I've enjoyed it any time of day with a more mellow whiskey. I would even say a Scotch whiskey would go very well with this. But in that same light, I have had tequila and been very happy as well. Yes, volume 3. Oh, we talked to a little volume 3 in the beginning of the show. Again, the goal is still end of summer. I don't want to rush it any more than that. But volume 3 will be this year at the very least. Unfortunately, just trying to push cigars is a very difficult thing, especially when we want to make sure we push everybody's cigars. And the orders aren't going to get smaller. We have to keep putting in orders. We have to go bigger at some point. And we got to make sure we are capable of doing so. So my goal, again, end of summer, so we can make sure we have something very incredible to put in front of you that is completely, when done, it's done. You know, the first band that we did, I was very happy about. Second band, I'm ecstatic. And we want to keep that feeling going. But before we do, we've got to make sure what we put is exactly what we want. And I don't know if it's ready yet. You know, I would love to say, oh yeah, the Saka approach of once it's in your hand, it should be smoked. Once it's out, it is out. So, ooh. A big New Year's Eve release, still 2024, still counts. There we go. I like where your head's at. No, it'll probably be before New Year's Eve. I'm pretty positive. I'm not gonna make a guarantee on that, but I'm pretty sure I can actually. Like that, we'll be before the New Year's Eve resolution mark. David, how you doing, brother? Have a good one. Hope you excuse me. In fact, in saying that, we're at that 6:30 time now, so I'm going to be wrapping it up. But for those who have joined, thank you so much. Be back this time tomorrow morning. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully Mel will be able to join us then. I hope she's feeling better. I don't want to rush her and make her get any worse, but at the same time, definitely want to have her back on. For those who will be watching with us, please join and let me know what you're smoking if you have a chance to smoke in the morning, because I know 9 o'clock on the East Coast guys might be into work, and they don't always want you smoking cigars at work. But I would want you to, so don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it anyway. You're in an office, get a small fan. That's all you need. All right, fellas, y'all have a good one. Remember, Thursday we will be finishing up the March Madness bracket for cigars. It will be fantastic, guys. You have a great one of your Tuesday and have a great American morning, guys. Stay with